Are you thinking about moving to Prescott, Arizona? Well, in today's video, I am going to be taking you to a beautiful master plan community called Talking Rock Ranch. It is about 18 miles north of Prescott. So if you look at the map right now, the area outlined in red is Prescott, and Talking Rock Ranch is about 18 miles north. This is a luxury gated community. It has a golf course. It's very ranch, rural. It is out there, so about 30 minutes from Prescott, but absolutely stunning. So it basically is like ranch life mixed with luxury amenities, resort luxury amenities. So Talking Rock has about 3,600 acres, and it's pinyon pines, juniper trees. They have all sorts of amenities, and I'm going to take you through that as we come up Williamson Valley Road. You go up, like I said, about 18 miles up Williamson Valley Road, and you get to Talking Rock, where it just opens up into this beautiful gated community and golf course. Tons of wildlife. You have javelinas, deer, coyotes. There's been sightings of mountain lions, bobcats for sure, even a bear or two. My friend's camera out in Talking Rock caught a bear at one point. So absolutely just stunning place. And they are very committed to sustainable living out in that area. So when you build a custom home in Talking Rock, they really encourage people to minimize any destruction of the land. So if you have trees on your property, they'll ask you to move it. They'll ask you to kind of reuse any materials that you could possibly reuse, like rocks, any kind of wood, and moving those trees so that that footprint is really kind of minimized and doing the least amount of damage. And I love that. So the community is kind of centered around this, what they call ranch house compound. And what that is basically a restaurant, their clubhouse, their fitness center. They have like a fitness barn, Coop's Coffee. This is a general store. You also get your mailbox here. Here's your pool. You have your tennis courts and pickleball courts here. This is your fitness center area. This is the gorgeous restaurant that overlooks this 18-hole golf course. You have your golf clubhouse. This is kind of the concierge area where you can rent like a kayak or a bike or a scooter so that you can go out of the community and then go to some of the lakes that are in the area. Or if you just want to bike around Talking Rock, they have catch and release fishing in their little lakes here, but also some of the surrounding lakes like Watson Lake, Goldwater Lake, some of those lakes that I'll talk to you about a little bit later. You can rent kind of some items from this little Talking Rock Outfitters. That's kind of a brand new place. They have a concierge there as well. So it's almost like being at a resort. You walk up, they'll give you information on the area and things to do, little day trips. There are all sorts of clubs in Talking Rock. So ATV clubs, RV clubs, gardening, you name it. They have a club for it. And people are very active in the community. One of the things that I always recommend if you are thinking about going out to Talking Rock is coming and visiting and doing what's called a discovery experience. In this area here, and this is an old image, Google image of the area, but it's since been a little bit more developed. They have these things called club cabins that you can rent when you come out for a discovery day, where you can basically be a Talking Rock resident for a couple days and use all of the facilities, the golf, go to the fitness center, take some classes. They have a spa as well, have dinner at the restaurant, have breakfast at Coop's, walk around, talk to people, play some tennis, play some pickleball, go to the dog park. They have a community garden. It's a really great way to have this immersive experience, basically, and figure out whether or not Talking Rock is right for you. So as you can see, these homes are all around the golf course, this 18-hole golf course. They also have a really fun practice facility, you would call it. It's called Silent Moon Park, and that's right here. And I covered that in my Talking Rock video if you want to go back and take a look at that. But this is basically where you can come and practice your putting and chipping. And it's also, this area here is a little ramada. So there's a kitchen and there's restrooms. And so people can have community events here, and they actually host community events. There's a barbecue. So it's a really fun place for people to come and hang out and practice putting and chipping. And there's a trail, as you can see, that comes down here that you can take. There's lots of trails throughout the entire community. Additionally, Talking Rock extends clear out here. Again, I said it was 3,600 acres, so it's huge. This is the Sterling Ranch area out here. It looks like a big racetrack, but this is Sterling Ranch. This is a neighborhood of Talking Rock. It's 2.5 acres to 10 acres, ranging in price right now. I believe there were 5 lots the last time I looked, from 5.5 acres at $379,000 all the way up to $800,000 for just under 10 acres. I think it was 9.9 acres. You can purchase out here, and you can actually have animals out here. So you can have a horse or two, I believe, on 10 acres. And you can have chickens and build your own dream compound out here because you have a little more room, and it's very expansive and just absolutely gorgeous. And all of this backs up to straight state trust land. So it's absolutely stunning and quiet and beautiful out here. They have a dark sky policy here in Talking Rock. So, the stars at night are just absolutely gorgeous. If we zoom in here out at Sterling Ranch, they have a really cute area here that's also, again, for the community to use. They have a little Airstream trailer here and kind of like a wood deck where you can come up and have like a fire pit, and there's seating all around. They have roping, like a little cow head, so you can have fun doing little roping out there. They have horseshoes. So it's just another gathering place. Their RV club meets out here in Talking Rock, and they will sometimes do a little camping out here and invite the community to come out and do some barbecuing. And they just have fun in this general area out here before they go out and do their boondocking somewhere in the community or wherever their next camping journey takes them. But this is kind of a fun area that the community likes to gather. And again, tons of walking, biking trails, hiking trails. This whole area up in Prescott is a big mountain range. So as you can see, there's Granite Mountain is here, Williamson Valley. There's lots of nature parks, lots of trails that you can take. There are also, as I mentioned, lots of lakes in the area. So there are Willow Lake and Granite Basin Lake. Those are 30 minutes away. Watson Lake and Goldwater Lake, also Lynx Lake. Those are all 35 to 45 minutes away. This is Watson Lake here, Willow Creek Reservoir. Lynx Lake is a little more south, I believe. Here we go. So lots of camping. So all of that is close by to Talking Rock. It's about 35 minutes away. Your shopping is also about 25 minutes away because it's down here in Prescott. So Yavapai Regional Medical Center is about your closest hospital. They have a VA hospital as well. That's where your urgent care is going to be. So you are about 25 minutes away from a hospital, but not the end of the world. And then in terms of an airport, there is a Prescott Regional Airport here that has destinations like LAX and Denver. United flies out of here. So you can take a flight from the Prescott Regional Airport down to Phoenix, which is a 2-hour drive, but they do go down to Phoenix on these flights. So you're only 2 hours away from the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, but you're about 18 minutes away from the Prescott Regional Airport, which flies you to Denver and LAX, and then you can get anywhere else you want to go. North of Prescott is Williams, Arizona. And in Williams, what's kind of a fun thing to do up in Williams, it's an adorable town. It's like an old town. They have super cute restaurants and little wineries. They have a canyon coaster adventure park, which is awesome. It's a 1-mile, basically roller coaster that goes down and takes you through a really pretty pinyon pines and kind of foresty area. So that's a really fun thing. Also, Arizona Wildlife Park is also a really popular destination for people here in Arizona. It's higher elevation, so it's a lot cooler here. And you can take this road, as you can see, that winds around here on the map. and see all sorts of different animals. And you're going through different enclosures basically with your car. You're staying in your car, but bears are walking around and all sorts of really amazing animals. They have a restaurant here. So that's a really fun trip to take. That's about an hour away. So we come back down to Talking Rock. We have another cute little town called Jerome. This is about an hour away. You can also take this scenic route on an ATV. My husband and I have done that before. We took a side-by-side and went really kind of 4x4 type of a road, and then it drops you into Jerome over the back side of it. You can take a highway to Jerome as well. It's about a little over an hour. This is an old mining town. Also has lots of little art galleries in here. So it's a really fun day trip to come here and have lunch. They have lots of restaurants. It's very historic ghost town, so to speak. So it's just a really interesting, it's fun to walk around in it. And, if you wanted to take an ATV up, it makes it for an all day fun trip. Also, there is Camp Verde, which is a little bit more east. And that is where you will find another really fun place, which is called Out of Africa Wildlife Park. And this is a really fun place as well, popular destination to come to for other wild animals and just kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but just a really fun destination. Zip lining and that sort of thing is out here. There is also a train that leaves from Cottonwood that will take you through another historic town and out into the wilderness. And it's a one-way out, one-way back. You can have wine, cheese, really fun time out there in Camp Verde. That's down this way. This is Camp Verde here. So really kind of some fun things to do, that are close by Talking Rock and Prescott. So you are getting to live kind of in this luxury community up here just north of Prescott, but also far and removed from kind of that daily hustle and bustle, but be in just a really amazing surroundings with people that are like you, that love living in this area. They have custom homes. Each one is just really a masterpiece. Each one is very unique and beautiful. I highly recommend that you go and watch my video on Talking Rock so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. You are about a little less than 2 hours away from Flagstaff and Snowbowl. So if you like skiing, you're not far from that. In terms of shopping, you're about 25 minutes and 35 minutes to Prescott. So you're going to see your Fry's, your Safeway, your Costco, your Trader Joe's, all of that. Sprouts is going to be down in Prescott. And then they do have Instacart. So if you did forget something and you're out here at home in your Talking Rock Ranch area, they do deliver out in that area as well. So that's pretty much it for today's map tour. My name is Michelle Seymour. I am a Phoenix, Arizona real estate agent. I cover the area west of Phoenix, also known as the West Valley, but I do also cover Prescott and Sedona. My husband and I actually own 5.5 acres here in Talking Rock Ranch. It is beautiful. You do have a $35,000 minimum social club membership in order to be a member at Talking Rock. You do have to meet that membership minimum. I do recommend doing the Discovery Day experience so that you can really be immersed in what's going on there. If you are new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to learn about anything new happening out here in Arizona. And if this community didn't check all of those boxes or interest you at all, please leave me a comment and let me know if there's another community that you would like me to cover. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'd be happy to answer. I get phone calls from people just like you every day that are thinking about making the move here to Arizona. So if that's you and you're thinking about moving in the next day, week, or even year from now, please send me an email, shoot me a text, give me a phone call. I am a real person. I will pick up my phone and I would be more than happy to help. Thanks for joining me today, and until next time.